Makeup Forever's HD palette has become a winner in my book. I definitely was a little skeptical about trying this because I do not proclaim to be a makeup artist at all. And I do feel like I've always assumed that it takes a certain level of skill to be able to pick the right colors, mix the right colors, and achieve the perfect look with just one palette. But I'm here to tell you, outside of highlighter and eyebrows, I was able to achieve this entire look with just this palette. So as you can see here, I'm over here guessing like this don't look like my shade, and the darker shade doesn't really look like my shade either. And I'm gonna be honest that testing it with my finger was probably not the best for you guys to see, but I later tried it with a brush, not necessarily the brush that comes with this set, but a different brush just in case the shades were off and I needed to mix it. I was getting ready to go take pictures with Santa with baby girl, and I did not have time to be playing. Y'all know y'all really shouldn't even be trying new makeup out when you got stuff to do, but I wanted to try it out because I knew I wasn't coming straight home. I wanted to be able to do a wear test and all the things. And so here we are admiring this brush. So this brush is supposed to be one of those brushes that you put everything on and then you use this to like blend all the different colors and layers out. It also came with these two artist color pencils for your lips, and then this eyeliner that's in the color Graphite, which is perfect for me to line my eyes, especially with my lashes and stuff like that. Now let's jump into the star of the show, this HD palette. All right, so that is the lighter shade. And I'm like, okay, I have golden undertones, so I can make that work in the lighter areas. And then this shade gave a little bit more of closer to my shade. So as you can see, this is no makeup, that's makeup. And even though I have blemishes and it's not really blended well, I do feel like it did a great job from a color match perspective when I mixed the two shades. Now, this is supposed to be a palette that's supposed to mimic makeup artists being able to like mix shades, and pretty much this palette is supposed to work for an array of complexions and things of that nature. Now, I went a little bit crazy with this shade with concealer, so let me go ahead and forewarn you, a little bit go a long way. And because I'm using a brush that I don't normally use, that's exactly how I got to this point. But don't fret, I am able to kind of like calm it down and do what needs to be done so I don't look too crazy. So I patted it off and I used some of that on my nose. And then this is the Corrective Banana shade for setting powder. I love the size of this. This setting powder is probably going to last me for years. And I know you're not supposed to use it that long, but don't come in my comments trying to tell me what to do. Mind your business. Also, I like that this was like secured with this little sticker, but it was hard to get. Now, in addition to that, I think I thought that this brush was a little bit more pointed than it was, even visually looking at it. So I did have to like fold it up a little bit so I can get in my corners and just lay it the way that I wanted to. The banana shade is not necessarily ultra yellow, so it's not overpowering. I know this looks a little bit light, but once I use my setting sprays, because I use about 3 to 4 of them because I'm oily. Additionally, I do feel like this gives off a little bit of more of like a dewy look, even with my setting sprays and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. Again, I love how even my skin looks even with the texture. Now, as you can see, yes, I did use this as a bronzer. It's a little bit washed out, but I still wanted to use what I had. That's the darkest shade. So I just went ahead and did that, and I just feel like I could use it in other areas too. Again, I like this mixture of colors. Again, I like how smooth it makes my skin look. I love the overall texture of this makeup look. And I am like in the middle of, I don't even want to call it a breakout, but just my skin is just ultra textured right now, and that's okay. This is the final look. Eats down, and this is natural light. This is no filters or anything else. What y'all waiting on?